Welcome to Your Two Cents, where we give you our opinion, then ask for yours. Apple held an event to announce their newest iPhones, the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C. What did you guys think were the standout features of these phones?
Uh, you know, Maybe it's just me, but I just felt like I was underwhelmed by the
Oh,
announcement. I didn't see anything super exciting. I didn't see
huh.
anything that is going to make me want to take my Galaxy S3 and throw it out the window and run right down and go get a five. I,
See, now
I just didn't see
I'm
anything.
normally right there with you, Dan. Maybe it's just because I'm in the market for a new phone that I was paying super close attention or something.
Right.
But you didn't think that them coming in all different colors was a
That's,
new feature, like all the candy colors that the
yeah,
5C comes in?
Yeah, I would
No?
have been tempted to pick up like Katy Perry Green or something like that, but
Right.
no, that really didn't do anything for me.
Oh. All right. If you had to choose one feature that says like, look, that's kind of interesting, what would you do for these
Uh,
either of these two new phones?
well, I
I
think,
stumped him.
yeah, you did stump me. I guess I'd go with the entry level phone just because it would be
Really?
nice to have that so I could try it out. Yeah, I think that would be my only.
What, the 4S for $0?
Yeah, well,
That
no,
that
not that one.
right.
The 5C is what I was
Right.
talking.
So what Dan is talking about is that they announced the 5S and the 5C, and the 5C is kind of more positioned as kind of an entry level. It's like almost as good. It's better than the 5, almost as good as the 5S, but it costs $100 less to buy.
Right.
But so you can buy it and still feel like you're getting a very high-end phone, even though it has a plastic back, without plunking down the extra $100.
Right.
Lewis, what would you say was your favorite feature to be announced on either of these phones?
I kind of the 5C I don't like whatsoever. I don't like the colors. I don't. I mean,
Interesting.
I think it's a great deal. I mean, it's good enough that they killed the iPhone 5, for the 5C. But I think for me, the 5S, what I like the most about the 5S is they mentioned that it has an M7 processor, which is
Right.
supposed to help with some of the fitness apps. It's supposed to like track your. It's supposed to make it more like a Fitbit. It'll make more your phone like a Fitbit than an
Yeah.
actual Fitbit, which I think is pretty cool because I'm always using like Run Tracker and all these different apps on my iPhone. So that's kind of like something like, okay, that's an interesting move on Apple's behalf, to give that, capability to their new phone.
Yeah, it's so they have the core processor of it, which is an A7 chip, which is a 64-bit chip, which is pretty big news to put in a phone. But then alongside that, they have this what would you say was an M7 chip, right? And
Yeah,
that handles like positioning, rotation, orientation, all that other types of things. So there's a whole other core of processor working on that stuff, so it's not detracting from any of your performance of the
right.
phone while it's doing all of its other stuff. One of the biggest features that I liked about it was they made some big camera updates to the 5S at least. There's I guess it just has like a better lens, larger sensor area,
Yeah,
so bigger pixels for better pictures. It's going to have like a dual flash thing, so it's going to yield better skin tones. It's going to have a burst mode that you could take like a series of photos and it'll choose the best one. It has like a slow-mo mode, things like that. And since I use my phone a lot for taking photos, I'm very appreciative that they're putting in some time on the camera, honestly. Now, I know that a keynote can make and sell anything,
Right.
that make anything sound great, but it does seem to be like they're adding a lot of good features to the hardware and software that I'm pretty appreciative of. What did you guys think about the fingerprint reader that
that's
they
pretty
put
cool.
in the
I
photos?
think that's pretty cool. I'm worried that that's something that's gonna just break. Just another thing
Mm,
that you have to be careful with.
Right.
I noticed that on my iPod Touch, I have an older iPod Touch. The button is kind of like really, the home button is just not jammed, but I guess like, from using it so much, you press it and nothing happens.
mm.
And I
Right.
think that's a problem with a lot of, I think with a lot of iPhones and iPod Touches. So I'm wondering if having that extra little sensor there is going to make it extra sensitive to being broken.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if it gets scratched or even cracked, if it would still read
If
my
Right.
you're
phone or.
outside, it's raining, you get one little drop of water
Mm,
on there.
right? Yeah, and I mean, if it messes that up, like that's how you unlock your phone. It's a new security measure. It's built into the home button of the iPhone 5S. You put your thumb on that pad, and it unlocks your phone. It's a security measure. But
It's a really cool feature. I mean,
it
I
is.
think it's brilliant, and I think it's very timely, and I think Apple was awesome for doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
But like Lewis said, I think, man, you get so many features that are so sensitive
Yeah. Yeah.
to whatever. You burn your fingerprints off, you're pretty much
I
hosed
know.
as far as opening your phone.
To start my life of crime, I burned my fingerprints off, and I can't use my phone anymore. What's up with
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you add these kind of features to it, especially things like that. It's another point of failure. But that's the downside to adding features to a phone is that every feature you add
Right.
is another one that could possibly go wrong. Well, that's our 2 cents, viewers. What about you? What did you think was a hit or miss about the new iPhones? Leave us your opinion in the comment section below. For DealNews.com, along with Luis Ramirez and Dan Ledbetter, I'm Jeff Summergy. Goodbye.